I'm Andrew Kirsch. I spent just under a decade as an intelligence officer with the Canadian Security Intelligence Service. And because I did that, and because I'm very public about it, I get asked a lot of questions. I invite questions. I am happy to answer questions. I know there's not a lot of information out there about what it's like to work at CSIS. There's things about what CSIS does, but not what it's like to actually do them. That's one of the reasons I wrote a book. And I wrote I Was Never Here, my true Canadian spy story of coffees, code names, and covert operations in the age of terrorism. And a lot of the questions I get asked are in the book, and I don't mean to try to sell my book here, but I think it's an informative um, look at what it's like to be a Canadian spy from the time I was there, 2006 to 2000 and roughly 16. Talks about recruitment and the application process, or at least my application process, the polygraph and role playing and things like that. And look, I'm happy to answer those questions, and I'm happy to give you those chapters from the book for free. If you email me and say I'd like sample chapters, free chapters, I will send them to you. The first three, I believe, three or four. And that includes my application process and recruitment. And that should give you a bit of an idea of what I went through, what can be expected for you to go through. I think training is in there too. So email me, info@kirschgroup.com. We will send you a link, and you can download sample free chapters from I Was Never Here, my true Canadian spy story of coffees, code names, and covert operations, the age of terrorism. And I hope that will answer some more questions. Like, one of the reasons I wrote it is because when I was applying to CSIS, there was no information out there about what I was getting myself into. We joke that, I say we, the generation of us who kind of ran away and joined the circus in the early 2000s. Yeah, we joke we had no idea what we were doing, getting ourselves into, what our life was going to look like. And hey, I think you should, if you're going to make that kind of commitment, and good for you for making that kind of commitment to your country of service. So maybe you can know a little bit more before getting into it. So yeah, if you want some free chapters, including about my recruitment application and I believe training too, just email us info@kirschgroup.com and I will send them over. We will speak soon. Send questions also, info@kirschgroup.com. And yeah, we'll speak soon. Until then, stay safe.